In this video, we'll be making a base that is ready to transition to T2 with as few clicks as possible. We're going to do this by utilizing a tileable blueprint that I have created. This obviously isn't the fastest or most efficient way to reach T2, but what it is, the place and forget blueprint that will give you a nice T1 economy ready for T2 transition. This blueprint is made with the worst conditions in mind, meaning no reclaim, only 3 starting mexes, and no energy or metal overflow from teammates. In a real game you'd have all these benefits. I recommend in this case, build yourself a metal storage, spend on your T2 lab production, or to help boost your tech player. We'll start by pausing our commander. For our initial structures, we're going to place mex, followed by 3 winds, followed by bot lab, followed by a further 9 winds, and the remaining 2 mexes, single energy converter. We'll simulate a front battle metal expense by having our commander place fortifications, regular intervals, which spends eco, and have our bot lab set to continuously produce grunts, simulating combat unit production. Starting time 62:30. First thing you'll do is produce 1 constructor. Then in a real game, you choose which combat units you wanted and produce those. We'll have our constructor place 2 sets of the tileable blueprint, having our commander help finish the first nano turret before heading to the front. We also want to place this close to our initial bot lab so it can benefit from some of the nano turret construction power. We'll set our bot to heat. We'll have it produce spawns. So yeah, that simulates our combat unit production in a real match. But before the commander goes to the front, we'll have him help finish off this nano. The reason why this nano was first is so you can tile the blueprint left or right. There will always be a nano construction turret in range to help build. The reason why we have so many initial windmills, because the wind will always not be favorable. Right now it's being pretty consistent, but we have too much energy. Sometimes it can drop very low. It's better to have more windmills early on so we don't run out of energy. As you can see, the wind dropped just as the energy converters were built. Worst possible time. This is why we have so many winds. Around the time you start building your second construction turret, around about this time that tech player will hand you a T2. Use the T2 to build your T2 mexes. In a real game you would obviously build all of your T2 mexes, but we're just building 3 because we're operating under the worst circumstances. could micro my nano turrets right now, build the units that I want to build, but we're simulating a place and forget base, so I'm not going to do that. Cotton turrets will switch once this metal extractor is built, and it is actually the most efficient thing to build right now because we need the metal. Energy storage will allow us to utilize all the energy converters or act as a battery when the wind is low. After the T2 maxes, I recommend building an anti-nuke. Then we'll simulate metal economy usage from this T2 by just building some more fortifications, but larger ones. The wind's been very unfavorable for a long time now. As you can see with the battery bank energy storage, we haven't run out of energy and we're still able to produce units. Once we've finished our 2 sets of the blueprint, we're just going to place down our T2 lab. As soon as that's built, we'll switch off pawns. But we can start producing T2 units instead. Our first unit is almost exactly 19 minutes. 19 minutes from starting to producing our first T2 unit, which isn't amazing, but you just have to place one blueprint, and then 19 minutes later you come back and you're ready to build T2. Yeah, that's the video. I should point out that in 19 minutes we managed to produce 57 dragon's teeth, 12 of the T2 fortification walls. You have to imagine that all of this metal was spent on producing turrets and the likes in a real game. We also managed to produce 138 fronts or pawns. So this still allows you to build a sizable amount of units, sizable amount of defenses, also reach T2 transition approximately 19 minutes.
Is wasting metal.
Yeah, it's not the fastest, not the most efficient. It's super easy, and if you're new to the game, I can give you the blueprint. from the description of the video, and you can simply place it follow the initial build order, forget about it, come back 20 minutes later and you'll be ready to build T2. Thanks for watching.